day 2 of Stevens Point up here in Wisconsin. Weather has been varying between, I don't know, 60 and 65 degrees, whereas down in my home state of Texas, it's 105 to 113. So I'm not really missing that. Today we had rain. I actually took the bike out a little bit for about 10 miles, and then it started raining, so I rode back and I got bored, and I figured I'd put on my racing fairing, which, as you can see, it's right here. And it's interesting. It has its moments, but they're kind of a reason why I've had this thing for 5 years, and this is only the second time I've had it on. And that's because they're not really practical, because there's no way to cart it in my truck very easily. It's too big. You have to kind of get in this little tuck position with your elbows in, otherwise it becomes a great big wind catcher and you destroy any aerodynamics that you have. And the other thing is, it's hard to store things. There's no storage in the thing. So what I did was I put on my aero bags, my old yellow aero bags on the back. They're actually tucked inside, and they do a pretty good job as long as you keep them from rubbing the tire. That's my biggest worry. There is a little rod inside that kind of bows around and it keeps it from hitting the tire. But for the most part, it's a little bit noisy because you can hear all the sound coming up from the back. It's kind of cool looking though. And that's the main reason why I put it on, just for something different. I have no idea if I'm any faster. I will probably try to find out here in a little while. I doubt it. Not because of it, probably because of me. But I'll take it for a little ways around. I may take it back off when I get back to the shop. Just depends on how well it works. So, and it was pretty noisy, but I adjusted the rod, and I'll show you how everything looks here in a second. What it looks like. As I mentioned, it is pretty cool looking. This one is the fiberglass model. Now, I've had this thing for about 5 years at least, and kept wanting to put it on, and I had it on once when I built my first Baron Elite, and took it back off. It's held in with a bolt there, one on each side, and there's a back bracket here, and it's L-shaped, and it basically ties into the back of your seat. There's also, I don't know if I could really show you, there's a metal frame wire thing that goes around the inside, and that's what keeps it from going against the back tire. Now, you have to cut underneath it. It comes uncut, so you have to really figure out how you want this thing to go around. And so I basically took a pair of snips and went all the way around. Supposedly it's not a one-person job. You really have to have two to fit, but I'm too lazy to get somebody else to do it. And as you can see, since it's fiberglass, just against here, it's not very sturdy. This stuff right here, I bought it at a hardware store. It actually gives it a little bit more rigidity. It just fits around it. It goes all the way around, and it's like edging. And the thing weighs quite a bit, but it's not designed to climb hills. It's basically made to go fast, and it's supposedly supposed to add a couple of, maybe 1 or 2 mile an hour to your top speed. I just bought it because it looks neat. I'm not much of a professional racer, but that's what it looks like from the back. I'd like to be able to put my tail light on there, but I don't think so. There's no real easy way to put it. I could probably put it on those 2 screws or something, but my main thing is I just want to make sure that this thing does not rub against the tire, and it's really close actually right there. Ugh. And that's what concerns me, because if you've been keeping up with what I've been doing all these years, it's I had a tail box and it ate right through a tire, and I don't want that to happen on this. So I actually had that little rod in there down quite a bit, and that kept it away, but it was noisy, so I don't know. And it's a standard fiberglass seat. I didn't have a spare carbon, so the whole assembly is a little bit heavy, but it's kind of neat, and I'll play with it a couple of days and then probably retire it again. So something to do.